Great, beautiful new day to you, beautiful souls. What a journey we're all on. What a shift that everyone is feeling. I know you are. But all in our own way, right? Let me share with you what's happening on my journey. This is such a next level transformation because, I've done this twice before. I decided that I was going to leave my hometown where I grew up and I wanted something different. At that time, I kind of did a Google. I was learning the law of attraction. And I Googled London. I was like, London, that's fantastic. And so I went to that city and manifested connecting with my soul sister and all kinds of adventures. I got to experience the city for the first time. I remember having complete culture shock, just an incredible experience. But if after a few years I started to I was craving nature, beyond explanation. I needed nature because I grew up in nature, and now that I had the city experience, I started to feel no matter what, even when I was going to find, even here, now I'm back in towns, but I'm gonna find the 2-3 trees and I'm gonna go be in them. That's what I do so that I have my nature. So, but even in the city, it wasn't enough. There's always a vibration. Even if I sit silent right now, you can hear the traffic. I know there's vibrations from these wires, the towers, the this, the that, the other thing. There's so many frequencies. This is the thing. Now that I've, in the last 5 years, really started focusing on energy, I'm realizing that everything's energy, everything's frequency, everything can affect you. And so it's really important that you're conscious of that, and that you learn how to stay grounded and how to master balance amongst it all. So on I go in life. And I decide there's got to be more to life than this. I'm at the top in London. I'm doing well. There's nothing really that was, a significant problem. It was more my soul. My soul wanted more. And if you're feeling that at any point, especially now, it's the time to honor that. And that's so exactly where I'm at. So, at this point I was there's got to be more to life. So I decided that I was going to sell everything and just drive across Canada till I felt like home. And you can catch that video in my playlist, in my manifestation playlists, and on my channel. Come and join me, subscribe, and share if you relate to this experience. I hope that I can inspire and motivate you to follow your soul, because it's so exciting. So here I go. I'm going to just let it all go, and I'm going to just drive till I felt like home. And I did it. I drove across Canada. I got out here. There's so much nature out here that I was home in, that my soul needed at the time. Here's where I'm reflecting now on this. So I know I wanted at that time the cabin surrounded in the trees. And you'll see in my other videos this incredible Zen sanctuary, which now I know came to me so that I could do the most profound healing. I knew nobody. I was completely in a new town, and consciously, and was for 6 months I stayed alone and just refound myself. So if you're going through a term of solitude, don't feel broken, don't feel alone. Know that for the first time, you're back in love with you. You're taking the time to get to know you all over again. And there's nothing more important that we can do than truly, truly get to know you from the inside out. And when you know that, then you can go out into the world and stand so much more firm, strong, convinced. When we talk about confidence, that's where it comes from, by knowing yourself and then just exerting it. Ooh, look, if I can show the geese. Let me try and show geese. Oh, this is not good for Zoom. Okay, so that's not. How do I turn back around? How do I turn this around? Okay. Okay, I'm noticing with these new settings that zooming in is ineffective. So, but there was a whole thing of geese that was beautiful. And, they're flying south probably right now, following what they instinctively and internally know they need to do. And I think this is another message coming through. Yeah, if you're feeling like it's time to fly, it's time to fly. Don't hold yourself back. Now, here's where I'm at, right? With exactly, this is so profound. How divine. Because I got that cabin, right? Okay, I got everything I manifested. I healed. But you know what? It was like the cocoon stage. And now I'm feeling again like it's time to break through, and I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to be the butterfly and break through on a whole new journey and see where life takes me. Now, this is the difference in this trend for me, this new turn of events. It's like, for the first time now, I'm breaking the script. I'm so done with the matrix. I'm not following. Like, when I was coming out here, I was like, oh, I'll just get a place to live and I'll get a job, right? I don't want to do that for the last 5 years as well. I have been learning how to break out of the matrix, in essence, and find out ways to like independently contract myself out, or find ways to do different jobs, or like started this channel and was guided to do that by my angels. And I just feel like I'm supposed to be me somehow and prosper. I feel like that's what everybody's supposed to do. Please find a way to divinely be you and prosper. And so I'm learning that this is possible if you don't fall into the script, in essence. So I bought a house. So now I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, I love it. It's absolutely peaceful. But the way that the system has got everything governed, I literally will have to work 2-3 jobs just to pay for my house to be alone, which was sufficient for a very, very, very good long time. But if I'm ready to fly, look at what happens when you own a house. Now all of a sudden you're in essence stuck. You're kind of like house poor because you don't have to anything, but you feel, right? Like there's this responsibility, and there is all of this. But I'm learning, turn it into an investment property. Like Airbnb is the coolest and greatest thing that I've ever experienced. This is wonderful. And so, trying that on for size. If not, I'm going to sell it. Like, I just feel like you can be very, very trapped with a house. Like, unless you know that that's your forever, like, and how do we know? That's the thing, life is so unpredictable that if an opportunity does come up, a lot of times it's like, I can't move because we got the house, like they created this illusion that renting isn't smart. But I'm kind of leaning to the other side now, because at least renting, you can always change your plans. With a house, there's so much more responsibilities that are thrown in to the mix, right? And they govern it in such a way that you like lose profit if you're not consistently investing and keeping your property maintained and upgrading it to like the new trends. And there's so many hidden things that you don't learn until you're in it. As in everything, isn't that interesting, right? So again, it's like, follow your heart. I have no regrets. Love my Zen sanctuary. It's going to absolutely give me some transformation now as I'm breaking free from the matrix and learning on like how do you make it have an investment property, and how do you change this, become business, like from social work and childcare to trying to understand the business world. That's another thing that's blowing my mind. You notice how like, if you have human service skills and you know how to relate to people, what's a better customer service now that I'm learning the language, right? What is a better customer service? You want to relate and connect and make a person understand what they want and provide them what they need. And so someone from the human services field could have that skill, but they're never taught business. And then on the other side, you've got the business people who know how to like, okay, hit the grind and run the numbers and all that kind of stuff, but they maybe lack the most important factor, which is connecting with your customers. Isn't it interesting? Of course, the matrix would keep everybody in separate bubbles so that we don't connect and utilize each other's skills so that we can be far more effective for the greatest and highest good of all. Interesting? Let me know if you can relate to that, because that's been the most profound thing recently where I'm like, wow, and look what they're doing with raising the prices of it, like kind of pushing everybody into a fear-based survival mentality, because at some point, and be ready to say no, at some point they're going to try and be like, we can offer you, that 1-5 city and put you in a box and give you what you need. So then you're stuck. And if you're not growing, you're decaying. We are not designed to stay put and just consume. If you've watched my videos, I love to say, if you're not growing, you're decaying. I love to say, if you're not like creating your life, someone else is going to hire you to help create theirs. Their dreams, not yours. If you want something different, you got to do something different. So this whole last 5 years, me breaking free from this mindset of feeling like, well, the only way that you can do anything is having a jobby job. This is not true. There's so many ways. Know what your gifts and skills are and offer them as a service. You know, go out into your community and find out what people need. There's so many people that need assistance with many different things. And even if it's just love and support, like home care and pet care and child care, and everybody needs help with everything. So if you've got a skill, get out there and let people know that you can help. And you'll see how this is what I believe we're all shifting to, right? I think I'm coming full circle back to what I was saying, that you can just be you and prosper. Just be you and prosper. Together we rise. You've heard me say that. I say that a lot. I really feel this is what they've done, is put us all into boxes and all into the categories, labels, definitions that are separating us, when really we're just all one. We're all souls having a human experience, trying to figure out this journey, and we're feeling this shift, which is like, honor you, and then you've got the matrix on the other side, get a job, stay stuck, you need to stay safe. They're playing with our mind, and yet vibrationally we know that don't work. We know we're done with the whole game, and it's time to start living our way. So absolutely where I'm at, I am ready to be the butterfly, spread my wings, and with a whole new mentality where no attachment to the outcome. I'm letting go of attachment. I'm letting go of expectation. That doesn't mean that I'm not like dreaming big, but I've learned to like create the ideas in my mind, get really, really, really excited about it, and then just let it go and be like, if it could be better than that, and I literally lift it up, let it go, let God, let my angels, let everything that's meant to be just be. Get out of my own way so that it can just unfold. And I know in each moment, I instinctively, this has always happened, instinctively you get the idea, okay, I need to do this. Okay, I need to make that call. Okay, I got to send that email. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to do that research. I'm going to, whatever, talk to that person. Whatever those like instincts are that come up in the moment, that's, if it feels right, do it, because that's the steps towards what you're desiring, whether you know it or not. You're being guided. It's not our mental human ego mind that's supposed to figure anything out. That's the biggest lesson I've learned, and I hope everyone can hear this. It's not your ego mind that's going to be able to figure anything out. If you start overthinking, if you start analyzing, if you start trying to be logical and rational, and you're getting all caught up, and it doesn't, and you're all confused, and now you're overwhelmed, and you don't know what to do, you don't do nothing in that moment because you're not clear. That was your human mind messing stuff up. And just get grounded. That means go outside. I'm standing on bare feet on the grass right now, in the sun. Play some binaural beats or something that's going to ground you. Get calm, get clear, and then just ask yourself right now, hey, what time is it? It's now. How you doing? Pretty perfect. What do you feel like you need? What do you feel like you need right now? That's all. And if what comes up is, I need some water. I would love to have a rest, sleep. I'd like to go I feel like I need to move. I feel like I want to sing. I feel like if anything like that comes up, do it. Even if it comes up like, oh, I just feel like I just want to go for a walk. Here's where the human mind might kick in and be like, well, but you should probably, do that work and figure that out and do all those things. No. That can wait. If in that moment you are feeling guided, like you need to do something that's going to honor your soul and your balance and your energy, that's the most important thing, and you'll constantly be guided clearly that way. I hope that makes sense, because I'm living that way, and it's divine. It's divine. I'm wishing everyone so much love and light as we rise and shine. Like this is This is an incredible journey, and you're not alone. Don't even think that everything you're feeling is truly only you. It's not. It's in the universe. So if you're feeling things in your body and you're feeling dizzy and your ears are ringing and you're all these signs and symptoms, are the big overwhelms or things like even yesterday I cried, and my friends were like, well, what's wrong, why are you crying? I said, I'm happy, because there's such a thing as even happy relief that has to come out in the form of tears, which we've been again conditioned to think is a problem. It's not. Allow yourself to feel it all and do whatever it is that makes you come alive. Okay, I love you. Much love and light as we all rise and shine. Much love.